stage. We got a lot going on. It always happens here at the NYSE, and now I want to bring in Dusty Jenkins with Spotify. Dusty, we saw you on the podium as well. Welcome to the Stock Exchange, and we're happy to have you.
We're so excited to be here. We listed several years ago, so it's fun to come back and celebrate the tree lighting and be a part of the magic of the holidays.
I have been listening to Cozy Christmas Jazz on repeat. That's a playlist on Spotify. Absolutely love it. And I know it's a big time of year for your company as well, especially with Wrapped, right? What more can you tell us?
Yesterday, we unveiled our annual Wrapped experience, and it really is incredible to see every year what happens. We never know what people are going to react to. And with 700 million users on Spotify, you see different things trending all over the world. But here are two things you should know. 200 million people have already used Wrapped in the first 24 hours. That's significantly more than we saw last year, and we've seen 500 million different engagements with the experience and shares, so that's really remarkable.
I have used it, and a lot of mine was, I think, kind of in that cozy Christmas jazz sort of genre, if you will. I'm a big fan of jazz music. Any other stats that really showcase just the strength that Spotify has had?
Yeah, so when we're operating in 184 markets, different countries all around the world, and so Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist this year globally. It's actually the 4th time he's won. And then in addition, Taylor Swift was here in the United States, the most streamed artist. Country music has been a really big trend this year, and we actually saw 2 artists that really weren't on the top list at all last year, with Alex Warren and Somber, end up in our top 20. So that was really incredible. It really speaks to the fact that, you know, a year ago, you could be an artist seeking to find an audience, and 1 year later, you find that audience and you've really unlocked it. So it's quite magical to watch the whole thing unfold.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of music. How do you find that music brings people together, especially around the holidays?
I do think music is so important. We really like to think at Spotify, we soundtrack your life. And when you think about your life at the holidays, first of all, we all consume a lot of Christmas music. It's kind of why we do Wrapped now, because you wouldn't want all your playlists to just be Christmas music. And so it really showcases your year in listening. But when you think about the holidays, whether it's having dinner with your family, whether it's celebrations, even in the car with my kids on the morning commute, we're listening to all sorts of playlists. Sweater Weather is one of my favorites.
Sweater Weather, we got to check that out on Spotify as well. Anything more that our viewers should know, and how AI is helping you fuel growth at Spotify?
Yeah, AI is a super important component to what we're doing today. But because we have a long history with algorithms, we've been using them for far more than a decade. When you look at our opportunity to embrace LLMs, it's something we saw right away. And so this year's Wrapped experience really is human-led. So we've gotten 12 different new experiences this year, but one of them goes into AI and really goes through a folder of your listening over the year. So it's a great way to dive into what you are doing. But in terms of AI overall, I would recommend people check out our AI DJ. It's this incredible individual who actually works at Spotify, so a real person, but we use AI for his voice, and it introduces you to all sorts of new music. So if you're looking to expand that playlist, you can turn on the DJ and he'll help you find all sorts of new things. And stay tuned. We've got a lot of really big things in store for 2026. My team is already hard at work on some of those plans.
Okay, I'm, for one, I'm very excited for that. I was listening to Deborah Cox on Spotify earlier today to Get Into the Mood, and Kelsey Watts, both of those performers.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing, set to take the stage outside for this big event, going until 6:30 as well. Are you going to be sticking around for the performances?
I can't wait to see them both. And incredible that you're celebrating music with tonight's experience. I think it's a great example. I was talking to Kelsey about how much something like Broadway is streamed on Spotify. And so she's obviously in 6, and we are seeing just a ton of streams, almost 1 billion streams of that music alone. So really remarkable.
Dusty Jenkins of Spotify, you saw her on the closing bell podium. She's going to be making her way outside, as am I, for the performances to get underway. Let's take a quick look at a video, and we'll see you outside very soon.